what BGR is trying to do is trying to argue through his fictional fantasy Dungeons and Dragons LARP that all men are supposed to be leaders. They are just one of two types of leaders. I guess before we get into biblical gender roles, we'll just watch the doggos. Growlith, Chippo, hello. They're so cute. They're so cute. Anyways, we are about to get into biblical gender roles, which is less than ideal. If you've never experienced BGR before, this is actually one of the more tame articles he's ever written. So we're going to get into that right now. But first, let's go ahead and check out the fan art section. So first of all, we have a piece from Lunar Muse Serenity. So they'll probably clean this up more, but for now, they are done. A more fully realized version of the outfit that they did before. This is another one of those outfits that I'm very tempted to actually, like, use. Because this looks cool. I like this. As, like, a spring outfit, this would be really neat. I like. Next one, we have one from Kira Sakura featuring my character with multiple other VTubers as well. As always, thank you all for your fan art submissions. I greatly appreciate them. And if you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. And then you will see it later at some point, eventually, hopefully. I mean, it will happen. It just takes a while. Anywho. As always, thank you all. Let's go ahead and get into biblical gender roles. Now, this is a guy who's done everything from, like, justifying the usage of child brides to just saying gay people should not exist. Like, if you can think of a cringy thing that can be ripped out of the Bible wholesale, he probably believes it. But there is one thing that I find interesting with this particular article. Have you ever talked with somebody who believes in alpha, beta, sigma, and yogurt males? Well, you're about to see the biblical version of that. So, you don't have to be a jock to be godly and a masculine man. Nerds can be too. When you write something like this, it feels like you've already got a predisposed idea about, like, issues with nerds. Jeebus. But let's go on. You don't have to be a jock to be a godly masculine man. Nerds can also be godly masculine men as well. Jocks are focused on building their physical capabilities and are often physically talented. Nerds are focused on building their mental capabilities and are often highly intelligent and creative. I'm glad he described two people of which he is not. God created two major variations of masculinity, the warrior and the wise man. BGR? I'm sorry, you forgot the ranger. Like typically we got the warrior, we got the mage, we got the ranger. That's typically how we do things. Just having the warrior and the wise man? Like, we don't even have subclasses and this is already boring. Come on, you gotta have a third one. The warrior's not going to be good against the wise man because the wise man's going to be able to outdo him, but you should be able to pick off the wise man at a range, and then the warrior should be able to wear the armor that will stop the ranger from killing him at a distance. Where's the rogue? The rogue's just a subcategory of ranger. Rogues are just rangers with daggers. Okay? No. You don't need your subclasses. I'm not trying to fight here for red mage rights or anything right now. Go back to your subclasses. This dude may think he's unironically a paladin, but I'm not going to grant him more than the warrior role. Jocks are the warrior variant. Nerds are the wise men variant. And rangers are the yogurt males. A man who has the warrior variant of masculinity will be drawn to things like sports, bodybuilding, hunting, or the military. And a man who has the wise man variant will be drawn to things like history, music, literature, math, science, and computers. Again, why is it that, like, when we read BGR, I see neither of those two people in anything he writes? Said hot take rogues are just sneaky warriors only when you like fucking over your DM's campaign with critical backstabs, okay? Okay. Isn't he just a raging barbarian class? No, the barbarian is useful. More useful than the bard screaming vicious mockery all fucking day. Jesus Christ. Learn how to stab a spider, dude. That said, continuing on, both the warrior and the wise man may make great business entrepreneurs, politicians, or military leaders, but they will use different strategies to excel in these areas. Many men exhibit the attributes of both the warrior and wise man, as they should, but each man is either more of a warrior or more of a wise man in his strengths or attributes. You know, you really are, you got strength. You got wisdom, but you don't have cleverness. You don't have cleverness. You don't have that. You're missing one. You can have an idiot who's just clever enough to make the wise man and the warrior believe his bullshit. Maybe call that guy Ben Shapiro. And that guy is usually the ranger. What I'm saying is Ben Shapiro definitely would definitely be the ranger. He would be the ranger unironically trying to like roleplay the mage. Continuing on. King David was a warrior and built his kingdom with his sword. In Psalms 144, dear God, that's the reason I don't reread the Bible. Dave said, "Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight." David's son, King Solomon, was a wise man who built his kingdom with his mind. The Bible says in 1 Kings 4:29, "And God gave Solomon wisdom to understand exceeding much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore." Ah, yes, I see the problem. You built your entire campaign only off of the Bible. I'm sorry, but like, if you build your entire D&D campaign off of only the Bible, the best you're gonna hope for is a really cool apocalyptia, but like, only kind of. I mean, Tim LaHaye did his best, I guess. Kinda, sorta. But anywho, for a man to be a truly godly masculine man, he needs to cultivate at least some of the qualities of both the warrior and the wise man. A warrior cannot lead without gaining some knowledge and wisdom, and a wise man cannot lead without having some of the firmness and strength of the warrior. I mean, you're assuming that the men have to be leaders. Like, all jokes aside, what BGR is trying to do is trying to argue through his fictional fantasy Dungeons and Dragons LARP that all men are supposed to be leaders. They are just one of two types of leaders. Men don't have to be leaders. Many of us decide we do want to be. Many of us get forced into being them. But women can be leaders too. And not, oh, women get to be leaders in their own special womanly way. No! A woman can lead just as well as a f***ing man. Have you ever worked at a job that had a woman as your manager? Come on, it's doable. I'm not gonna lie, I like how we're totally committed to this now. I mean, what is this but unironically LARPing? What is this but class selection? That's all this is. All the dude needs now is a set of dice. Here, I've got some for him. Look, all he needs now, unironically, are some dice sets. And he's golden. He's already got his fucking instruction manual, the long-ass one that the Bible is. Oh, you just need this now. And you're set. You can fucking go and play your 2-class dumbass RPG. You got this. So I'm afraid your dice scare me? Why? Completely lacks any dice bag. I don't need a dice bag. I have a case that organizes it all very well. It's perfect. 5d6 is all you need for risk. Well, saying that in this chat was a fucking risk. Anyway, continue. Which man are you? The wise man or the warrior? Subscribe to bgrlearning.com. Nope. We don't get it. We don't do any subscriptions to BGR. We go over to Cuddly Octopus and we buy body pillows, because if we're gonna fantasize about shit the whole time anyway, you might as well make it sexy. Nope. Or alternatively, you could go to ddlgplayground.com and use coupon code Suris to go get something to go shove right in and massage your prostate lovingly. And, you know, do some size learning. Or buy a onesie. You can do both over there. It's really fucking neat. But anywho, so what was this article? What did we even witness? This is like the shortest and most succinct BGR's ever been in an article, and I suspect most of that's because he's been doing his biblical sexology thing for the longest time. But that aside, which of course we'll get into a little more later, let's go ahead and talk about why he writes this. Again, the point is that men are supposed to be leaders. They are supposed to be the people that everybody look up to. And if you're not doing that, then you're somehow failing as a man, which means that hierarchically, necessarily, women need to be secondary in that entire conundrum. That's what he wants. That's what he's pushing for. I think this is a bullshit world. Like, all D&D jokes aside, I think this is a bullshit idea. Leadership is a quality that you either have or you don't through cultivation or what have you, and it has nothing to do with your gender. And if you don't have it, you can certainly build it. But again, leadership doesn't care about the size or existence of your cock. You're fine. If you want to lead, learn how to lead. Don't listen to, let's go and just call him what he is, fucking beta males, trying to tell you that their holy book will tell you exactly what kind of leader you need to or to not to be. Don't listen to BGR, go play D&D and have some actual fun in an actually interesting fantasy world. Anywho, as always, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's all I got for this one. It's a short article. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Insert end of video tagline here.